Yo, what is good, YouTube? We are back with another video. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys are hitting that like button and that sub button. I'm going to keep this one pretty short and sweet. This video is going to be about the buyout Invincibles and basically what's next in my team. Obviously, a whole bunch of stuff got announced today. The new season, of course, is getting announced. There's obviously going to be all kinds of new rewards, and there's going to be new packs. They just announced 3 new endgame cards that are going to be in packs. And this is basically going to be about the buyouts that have been popping up as Invincibles. If you guys aren't aware, there have been many Walker Kessler and Jalen Williams cards that are finally starting to pop up. And a lot of people might be wondering, what is this meaning towards my team? There's also been a good amount of Steph Curry's, which, for the record, by tomorrow, Steph Curry's going to be like 20,000 MT. If he's any more than 20,000 MT, then people are just, I don't know. They're giving you a free one that is quotations better, but kind of going to be the exact same card. I mean, you're only adding like 8 extra badges that are going to serve absolutely no purpose. So let's go down and see what these badges are going to be. Just getting off topic a little bit. Brick wall. That's going to be important for Curry. You need Curry to box out, of course. Of course, you're going to be mashing with Curry. 100%. If Curry's in the post against Yao Ming, straight to drop stepping. And honestly, my game plan is to throw inbound lobs to Steph Curry all game because, I'm just bad. Post playmaker. I need to make sure that when I'm in the post with Curry, that I pass out to one of the greatest shooters of all time, whoever that might be, post spin technician. Once again, if I have Yao Ming on me, I'm going to post spin or drop step. There's just no other way. And to get them into position, of course, I'm going to need Hall of Fame back down Punisher. So that end game is going to be just a huge difference. Going to completely change the way I play. Of course, why would I shoot with Curry? I need those badges. I don't need the shooting badges. They can just have the shooting badges back. I need to be able to drop step. That's key. But basically, Curry's going to be super cheap. There's going to probably be a bunch of Jalen Williams and Walker Kesslers running around. I'd say Jabari Smith could be a buyout. Westbrook definitely getting close. There's another one. Kawhi might be, which is crazy to say, but they just didn't make that Kawhi that good. Tatum might be. Bird might be. But basically the point is that there's going to be a bunch of Invincibles coming to my team, and that just kind of makes it where if those keep going down, then so are these end games. As you can see, if Paolo Banchero's at 120,000, KDs have been ending at like 250, 300 still, so they haven't moved too much. But when you get Paul George tomorrow, it's going to be very interesting to see how much that KD is going to go down, just because they're both pretty similar. Obviously, KD's a little bit taller, but they're both endgame cards, and KD's what, an inch taller than Paul George. I think Paul George is listed at 6'9", maybe 6'8". So that's not really going to change too much in terms of like the differential between the cards. So it's interesting to see how much that card actually does go down. Yeah, so they have Paul George listed at 6'9". So basically the exact same card. So I think both will be rather similar in price, but I think they'll be like 200K. You also have David Robinson coming out, and you have Luka coming out. So that's going to be very interesting to see. You get your first endgame point guard, and it's obviously going to be a card that's super hyped up. But what this means for the rest of the market is that you're not going to find too many regular Galaxy Opals that are going to be ending above like 50K. There are still some right now that end in the 50K mark, or not Galaxy Opals, I meant Dark Matters. There are still some that end at the 50K mark. And then, of course, you're going to have cards that are for sets. This doesn't include those cards, like the Hero set. Those cards are just going to hold their value because they are for a set. But just in terms of, like, Ralph Sampson's ending at, like, 60K. He'll be down in the 30s. T-Mac's going to go down even more. Just any of the Dark Matters that don't lock in for anything and are kind of holding some value, most of those are going to be worthless. Like I said, just with the Invincibles becoming buyouts, everybody's going to start shifting their focus towards those. I don't think the Wembanyama will lose a lot of value. I think that the next Wembanyama will still sit in the same range. He'll probably go down a little bit, but just because of how tall he is, I think he'll stay fairly similar. I think eventually he might go up in price, but those super packs that they drop every Tuesday, yeah, the ones that they drop like 5 of every week, yeah, those will definitely help in keeping his price low. But, you know, it just kind of depends. When we get that Taco Fall card, eventually the fan favorites packs are going to come. And, you know, cards like Wembanyama will definitely take a hit, especially if they give him an Invincible, which I'd imagine is either going to be an Invincible or Endgame, which is going to be a lot of fun. Really just going to make this game so enjoyable to play. Like I said, KD ending in the 250 range. It's going to be very interesting to see what cards are going to give us for free. Obviously, I'd say a lot of these cards are going to be end games. I hope they might be invincibles. The odds in packs should be better. Right now, the pack odds are 36% to be a 99 in the super packs. I'd say the super packs next season will probably be a 40%. And then for the regular next packs that they're dropping, I think it was 24. Yeah, so it's 24% on that. So those will probably, I'd say the packs that we get tomorrow might be 27 to 30%. So you should be seeing better odds for Dark Matters. Not necessarily meaning that you're going to have better odds for Endgame or an Invincible, but you should see better odds for Dark Matter. Like I said, these should be like 40 to 45% the next time that we do see them, which I'm assuming will be next Tuesday because these don't expire. Actually, these never expire. That is truth. These will just slide over to be up here with all the other packs. So I'm assuming we'll get super packs next Tuesday. They might get crazy and drop them Monday. You know how 2K is with their money. They'll do pretty much anything they can. But yeah, there's a lot of cards that are going to go down in price. Right now is an awful time to sell. It's also an awful time to buy. It's just an awful place for the market, basically. One, it's an awful time to sell because the marketplace is just kind of all over the place. You know, there's a lot of cards ending really, really low that might not necessarily go back up, but probably aren't going to go down any further. So it's probably just a good idea just to hold on to them in case they do go up. I don't think there's much risk. Most cards aren't going to go down. If you want my guess on if a card's going to go down or up, you can put it in the comment section down below. And in terms of buying, there's a good chance that some cards are going to not go up. So it doesn't make sense to buy because if they do go down, it makes more sense to buy then, if that makes any sense. It's a complicated thing. I'd say right now, just stack your MT. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm sitting on 500K. Team's looking decent. Definitely need another point guard, but we're going to handle that whenever. I'm kind of just building this team to be more enjoyable. I want that LeBron James gone. Starting lineup, I'm pretty much cool with. I want to slide Magic to the bench. I want to get rid of LeBron. I'd like to have KD start here and then slide Jalen Williams down here. I also want David Robinson. I also want PG. So it's just kind of all over the place right now. I'm not 100% sure. Magic could be another card we see as a buyout invincible. But there's not really much more to say. If you guys have any questions, like I said, on if you want my opinion on if a card is going to go up, down, stay the same, flip around and transfer to 2K22. I don't know what's happening at this point. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. Going to be really interesting for Season 8. Obviously, if you haven't played Myteam before, this is kind of the season where just cards kind of go crazy. Last year, they dropped like a different card art of each card. Like, I think Kobe had like 10 Invincibles. No lie. Like, Kobe had like at least 5. He had to. They were just dropping different card arts because they were so desperate for money. It was hilarious. And they were getting people to buy them every week. It was actually nuts. But like I said, I don't want to drag this on for too long. So if you guys did enjoy the video, hit that like button, hit that sub button, and I'm out.